Good day, everybody. It's Michael Wenniger, CEO of Asante Organics. And today is Toxic Free Friday. And we're going to talk about numbers. And numbers are concrete. Can't break numbers. So let's look at 88 years. Okay, let's say that a person's life is 88 years. We live till we're 88 years old, right? And so if we look at 88 years, that is 4,589 weeks, which equates to 32,142 days, which equates to 771,392 hours, 46,283,530 minutes, 2,777,011,776 seconds. That's 88 years. Let's look at 40 years. Because to this day, people say, well, we work 40 years, and I don't believe that's reality anymore with the way life is and the way government is. And now you can just have no reason to have somebody, get rid of somebody from a company. So I think it's a lot more than that. But let's just look at 40 years. At 40 years, we got 2,086 weeks, 14,610 days, 350,639 hours, 21,037,968 minutes, 1,262,478,080 seconds. That's 40 years. And that's almost half of our life. It's really not that much time. 70% of our life is working so hard that when we are then ready to be in retirement, we're making less than what we made before, which we couldn't barely make it at that time. How is anybody ever going to make it unless? Well, the answer is, and might be, is to look at getting yourself involved in a home-based business for a lot of different reasons. But when we're looking at a lot, at home-based businesses, because there are a lot of them out there, you're going to want to sit back and not get all wound up in all the distractions and what somebody said right away, and sit back and just think things through, pick wisely, avoid the distractions. Because what they say now is, in order to have a successful business, home-based business, or in order to have any successful, you're going to want to give it 10,000 hours. That's the new phrase now. But what does that mean? 5 years. 5 years. And let's look at this realistically. That's 5 years if you're working 8 hours a day. And people don't do that in a home-based business because they're already working their jobs to make ends meet. So they're going to work their home-based business part-time until their money is equivalent or exceeds what they're making before they actually make that shift or that move and going full-time in their business. Now, that means if you were going to work 4 hours a day, that's 10 years. 2 hours a day is 15 years. But that's not to get, worried or upset about, because now we're going to look at how numbers actually work in your favor. Addition plus multiplication, duplication We should go in a different order. Addition plus duplication plus multiplication. Now the numbers work in your favor. Like John Paul said, he'd rather have 1% of 100 people than 100% of himself. And we've all heard this for years and years and years. And it's true. And I'm a walking, living example of that truth. Look at where I've come from in this industry. I've been in this industry 32 extremely successful years. And based on the work that I did and focused with one company, it led to tens and thousands and thousands of people all just making purchases. And maybe some people told some other folks about the business, but it equated to being able to, within a 4-year period, become retired and never have to work again my entire life. And that's what everybody's dream is. But a lot of things need to be in place for that to happen. But we'll look at some. So what should we look for when we're picking a home-based business? The most important thing that you can find is find a company that has a huge catalog of products that the consumer or the customer can pick from. Because what are you doing when you're getting involved in the business? You're going to go out there and sell products and gimmicks and little tricks and all these little things? Or are you looking to actually find something so you're actually branding? Is your company branding? When you look at these companies, is your company branding? Is it bringing out a lot of products to give people more selection? More products equals more money. A company in the home-based business, the networking industry, can't survive on 1, 3, or 15 products. It just can't. It never has. In the history of this industry, it hasn't. So you want to look for a company that's looking out for your well-being. And in order for them to do that, they almost need to force themselves into actually branding and building a catalog. And that catalog needs to be a catalog of products that people use every single day. Commodities, necessities, ancillary products, things that you don't even think about that you're doing. Commodities that are necessities. More selection, more product equals more money. You see, if it's hard to convince somebody to buying something, then it's going to be very hard for you to make a check and keeping that check. But if it's easy to sell something, it's easy to build a check, and a check that will last forever. Money for the rest of your life. Money for the rest of your life that will come in month after month, week after week, year after year. Money for the rest of your life in this industry is not found on the front end of any of these companies, because we got this and look at that. Look at these little, all these things these products are doing on the front end. On the one thing, the money is found on the back end. On the back end. That's your lifeline. It's in the catalog. I think we have a catalog here. Now, we're not just talking any catalog. We're talking a catalog of products products that people use every single day. That's your back end. That's where people will buy things for the rest of their lives. This is what's going to keep you in business forever. Your kids, your grandchildren, and for generations to come is all based on that catalog of whatever company. And what could be easier than finding a company with commodities that are necessities? It's the easiest thing to talk to somebody. Realistically, with these companies that are in the marketplace, are they now seeing the direction that global economics is making? Where is global economics going? Are they seeing that? Are they seeing where consumer awareness is going? Consumer awareness will only get higher. So with all these companies bragging about how much money they're making, are they really looking at what the consumer wants? If they're making all this money, are they looking at their labels and cleaning up those ingredient decks and building you a catalog instead of worrying about money? Are they worried about you and your family's well-being? Are they concerned about the ingredients that you're telling you to put in yourself and on yourself? The ingredients you and your family are using? Are they concerned more about quality? And are they willing to accept less profit? Will they be in profit? Yes, absolutely, they'll be in profit. But you have to know where to put your focus, because that is what will keep the customer forever. That is the direction the world is going. That is the direction where society is going. When a company hits stability, and they all will, what will keep those families, those people, those customers buying their product, buying those products for the rest of their lives? And there's only one answer to that question. Just like numbers don't break, ingredient decks don't lie. When consumer awareness rises, then we will see longevity, stability, viability, and something that you can actually go to sleep and put a smile on your face in representing. Because when you give the gift of health and well-being, then that money will follow. And not only will that money follow, but it will stick and will stay there forever. For your children, for your children's children, it will automatically. Thank you for your time. God bless you, your families, your businesses. And until next week, thank you for joining us. God bless.